We are back on the road. We had to spend 3 days in a B&B because all 4 injectors had rusted. Is that right?
Yeah, all 4 fuel injectors had corroded to the point where they were, it could affect catastrophically. So,
But we're back on the road.
back on the road, got repaired. At least that explains everything.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. And now we are in Germany, making
Again.
our way to Denmark.
Yeah, so we're just the other side of Bremen.
Why's this freaking tea always so white? Look at it, like a freaking, it's like piss water.
Because it's mine.
Oh yeah,
It's a green tea.
it's a green tea bag. I'll
Red
take
cup is mine.
That would be why. I guess we don't want that.
I'm not drinking that piss water. Now it's got milk in it.
Have a look at this, right? We've done quite a bit. If you think, well, we're coming up to 5 months, yeah? So look, we started off in a home, across to Dover, Dover to Dunkirk, through France, we then to the French Pyrenees, the south coast of Spain, into Gibraltar, through Portugal, north coast of Spain, the Spanish Pyrenees, back into France, through Monaco, right our way around into Italy, went to Pisa, Rome, Venice. We then did the Dolomites, which were awesome. From there into Austria, up to Vienna. Down, explored there for a bit in that area. Went to the High Line 179. Into Germany. Did the fairy tale route as we went through the centre. Met the old fam. Amsterdam. And now we've made our way and we're just heading into Copenhagen. That's quite impressive, isn't it? That's a hell of a lot for 5 months.
That's really good.
What do you guys think? Think we've done well? Let us know in the comments below.
Good morning. So just got back from a walk because I wanted to stretch the legs after doing my workout this morning. So just thought we would show you what we're up to. It's not all glamorous all of the time. So Sean's just doing some of the chores. We're going to empty the water and top up the water because we're going to move on to the next destination as we make our way towards Norway. So this week is just going to be basic living in the van and showing you guys what we get up to. And I'm also going to give you a tour of the van because that's something we've not done. So anyway, Sean's about to do the water, so I'll just show you. Turn the camera around.
And don't believe everything she says, because I'm always glamorous.
So that's just the water being emptied. So we have an underslung wastewater. How big is it?
60 litres, I think it is.
So yeah, 60 litres.
Now. Seems like a lifetime ago.
Sean fitted and converted this van, so he'll talk you through what he's done
Like I could
at some
remember
point.
what I've done.
I'll just show you inside whilst he's doing that.
Oh great, so I get to stand in the cold.
Yeah,
You guys go enjoy the warm.
yeah, we will. So this is our VW Crafter 2019. So welcome. Let me turn some light on. Welcome to our tiny little home. So let me just give you a quick spin round of what we have. I'm just going to take my coat and hat off because I won't feel the benefit, is what my mother used to say. So yeah, let's move into the dining area, shall we? So this is our dining area. We have, I think it's called a Laguna table, which basically you unscrew and then it can spin many different ways, which is really helpful because you can sort of like both sit here, have your dinner. I can also spin it round completely and have it as an extra work surface area, which is really handy because we don't have much in the van. So this tabletop, because they're quite expensive, the actual Laguna ones, we went to B&Q and found this bit of pine wood, £20, took it to a friend, and I think it's routed the edges off for us, and we just stained it, and it does the job lovely. So that brings us over to the kitchen area. So we have an end fridge. I'm not sure what size it is, but it's very big, as you can see. It does have a freezer compartment, which is really helpful. So yeah, not much else I can say about the fridge. It can go into night mode when you press one of those buttons, but I'm not going to touch it because it's very cold. And then it brings you into the kitchen area. So this brings us to our 2-ring gas hob, which is run on LPG. So if we just come across, we have our swivel tap, which has also got one of those Ujimi flippies, so that when we've got the sliding door open, we can use it outside. Lift up this, which was a £20 bargain off of Amazon. This is our round sink, just ignore any of the mess. So yeah, it's just a standard sink. And then if we go to the units, so this is our units. You can see it's a collection of drawers and cupboards. So down the bottom drawer, we have our glasses. They're all on a catch so that when you're driving along they don't fly open. And then we have our pots and pans and glassware for jars. And then we have a collective items, all different ones. Eggs, jugs, cups, tea in that one. Surprised how much you can get in these drawers. And then we have our knives and forks, sharper knives and scissors, towels, chopping board, etc. in this drawer. And then the next cupboard down here is, as you notice, we haven't got a cooker. So in this drawer, just behind there, we do have an air fryer, which we lift out, normally move the tap, sit it on here, and it gets plugged into the 240 volt. And as you can see, we've also got USB charging ports, which is really handy. Then we have this cupboard, which has our medicines, washing up liquid, and all of the cables we need for our electronics. And that one. So, the bedroom. So yeah, this is just the sleeping area. We have 2 smaller cupboards either side, one each, and then 2 larger cupboards this side. But I'm not going to lie, I probably take half of that cupboard as well, because that's my prerogative. And then last but not least is the shower room. So that was the big must in this van. I wanted a shower. So we have our coats hanging up in here, or 2 of our coats. We have the shower, which is controlled with a push button, so you're not wasting water, so it does save. It is hot water, which you can get from the tap. And then we have our chemical toilet. So can't say much more about the bathroom. So that is our grand tour all wrapped up. Oh, one thing I do have to say, we do have 2 food cupboards, so it's not like we starve when we're in the van. Just realised I've not shown you. So this is where we store all of our food. And then in this one here. So yeah. And then obviously we've done the slats here, which you can see match the ceiling, which might be a bit tricky to show you, but hopefully you can see. So that is just MDF on backing board, black backing board, cut into strips, which I absolutely love. I think it's one of the best things we did in here. Absolutely love our little home on wheels. So we're just going into a local hardware shop, or I think it's a hardware shop. Sean needs a charger for his phone because it does a lot of the sat-naving, navigating, and the cable we've got that plugs into the cigarette lighter is not holding a charge. So I'm going to go and see if this place has got one. What are you looking at?
I got distracted. Look at this.
Oh my god, that is so cool. It's a split. I just meant to say that. That's well cool.
I think it's exclusive to these guys. Yeah, exclusive to Duca. How freaking cool is that? Look, the little table comes down.
That is so smart.
How cool is that?
I think Sean might be in his element right now.
Merry Christmas to me. That's what I want. Flap C, yeah.
Sorted.
That was easy. Here's a lesson for all us men out there. If you want to go pop into the shop just to buy what you need, leave your wife behind. Gone in to go buy the little unit thing, which I found. £14, 14 euros. I would have walked out having spent 14 euros. No. Lisa decides she wants to buy everything in the shop. So 50 euros later, we have left.
All for the greater good. All for the greater good.
Not the greater good of our bank balance. So
We don't need to do any more shopping for a while, do we?
You got this on camera, right? Today is Thursday.
Yeah.
We don't have to do any more shopping till next week's budget, which is next
Sunday.
Monday.
Yeah.
So you heard it here first, folks. No more spending.
Unless I see something.
No, it's on camera.
You think it's coming up to Christmas, so there's going to be stuff we need to buy.
Nope, Christmas is 3 weeks away. We do not need to spend
We
any
need-
more
We
spon-bon-balloonies.
need decorations.
We need no more freaking decorations, I tell you that much.
We need Christmas present each.
Oh yeah, maybe spend money on my Christmas presents.
Yeah, see?
Rainbow bridge in the sky, I can hear you crying somewhere. Take each other's hands and wipe those tears away. Believing in the future, I'll bring you a smile. One by one, the lights of our hearts, if we gather them together, they will illuminate the darkness with the light of love and hope in our hearts. Let's walk together into a new tomorrow.
A new day and a new country. We're in our first park up in Denmark. And it's a little bit corker for us as far as freebies go. So there's space over here for 6 campers and you get your electric free. There's no other services. You've got a bin over there, but there's no water or anything. But for an overnight, you can stay for 2 days maximum. What a bargain. Have a look at this. There she is, all parked up. And then this municipality has given access for 3 campers this side, and there's 3 campers on the opposite side. And if you come over here, absolutely free of charge, is your electric hookup points. You don't get to see that in the UK, do you? Very, very well catered for. Big, massive areas. Right next to a sports centre, but absolutely quiet as we speak. So, yeah, happy days. So it's been a long old day. So Lisa's cooked us some homemade egg fried rice and some salmon, which is so freaking scrummy. So I think we're going to wolf this down, and we're probably just going to go watch a movie and chill for the night. Morning guys, as Lisa promised, I'm just going to give you a really quick overview of the van. So some of the technical bits. We're not going to go into an in-depth one. If that's what you guys want to see, let me know and I can do a complete different video about stuff like insulation and sound deadening, etc. But in a nutshell, if you look where the sofa was or is, this is where we keep our gas unit. It's a Truma 4E, I believe, which is absolutely integral to our van. So you have a look inside there, that's a 4E combi. So basically that provides our heating via gas. It also heats up our water, and we've got the option to switch to electricity. So that's where we stored and we fitted it under there. I fitted the unit, all the gas links and everything else we had done by a professional gas corgi installer, because I'm not going to mess around with gas. So in effect what that does is we've got 4 outlets for this unit. There's one down here and one on this end, which heat up the living room. And then I've run another pipe. If we go into the shower room that Lisa showed you yesterday, there's another one in that corner. So this room can then be used as a wet room, and we can dry our coats. You can see I've got a hoodie up there, busy drying at the moment. And then the final duct, so we have 4 coming from the Truma. It goes under the bed, or the garage as I like to call it. Excuse the mess, we had to move everything to get into there. And then all of the gas and that is controlled by this unit up here. So basically what you get is, that is the heating for the van. So on that you can set how hot or cold you want the van to be. Next one along is for our water. So you can then heat our water. So we got hot water throughout the van for both the kitchen sink and for the shower. That symbol there says whether we are heating using gas or electricity, or a combination of both. And then the final one is a fan unit, so it just depends how much heat you want to pump in. You can see we've got a timer set for the early mornings here in winter, so you can set a timer same as you would on your thermostat at home. And then to know exactly how much gas we're carrying on board, we've got this little dial up here that shows how much we are. So we're just over half at the moment. We do carry about 20 to 30 litres of LPG. I can't remember the exact size of our tank, and that's underslung. And then next to it is our water. So you can see we need to fill up with water. We're right at the bottom. So this side will show us how much fresh water we're carrying in a 100-litre tank. And then this one will highlight when our wastewater tank is full. When doing power for the van, I wanted to go as off-grid as possible. I didn't want to rely on having to do hookups unless we really had to. We didn't have to want to stay on campsites. We want to be as free as we possibly could. So the system I fitted, the main source of power comes from 275 watt solar panels up on the roof. They go through an MPPT controller and then charge up a lithium battery, which we got stored in the back in the garage. I then also fitted a 1600 watt inverter, which allows us to run 240 volt off the lithium battery. And honestly, in the summer it's been an absolute godsend. In fact, up to now I think we've only hooked up 3 times, and I think 2 of those 3 times we've done it just because the electricity was free where we were staying. Otherwise it's done a fantastic job. The battery charges, like I said, via the 2 solar panels on the roof. I've also connected up so that it charges via the alternator in the van. Once the van battery is full and we're driving, it will then charge that up, which basically that's where a lot of our charge comes from. And then I've also fitted electric hookup points so that if, like I said before, we're at a campsite or there, we can hook it up. And heading into the snowy months now, we're probably going to use that more often than not. As you can see here in the kitchen area, we've got 2 40 volt plug sockets, and then we've got some USB charging points as well for our phones. So we've got this one that's over here by the kitchen, and if I swing you around at the bench seat, we got another set of sockets there, so that's more than enough for what we need to use it for. Light wise, we've got 12 volt lights, so this is sort of the front room area, if you want to call it that. You can see we've got 2 spots there. We've got another one that's just by the kitchen cupboard, and then we've got one that's above the cooking surface and one that's by the sink, and those all get powered by a switch which is just under there. And then I've fitted another 2 in what we call the bedroom area, which are there, and the switch is right next to that. That there is a max air fan. So in the summer months what we do is I fitted a fan up here. Sorry, I've got a cover on it for the winter, but basically there's a fan. That's been an absolute godsend in the summer months, because we'll just turn that on, pull air sort of from the van out. It works 2 ways. Open the windows and the airflow that draws through is incredible. We've also got one more light which is fitted underneath here. You just touch that, that comes on. So for example, if we turn that off, so at night we tend to use that one you can dim on and off. And it's also great in the summer months, if you sit outside and it gets dark, we open the door, put our fly screen up, and that sort of acts as an external light, gives us a bit of light out there. And the final light that we have in the van is this strip light in the shower room.
See, it's on a POR sensor, which means as soon as there's movement, the light comes on. And when we close the door behind us, it will turn off so that we don't forget to turn it off and drain the battery. And then I also fitted this Max Air dome fan, which is in here, because what you don't want to do is get moisture collecting. So when we shower or if we're drying stuff, we can draw air through there. And when it's freaking cold, you just shut it up like that. So there you have it. A whistle-stop tour of our house on wheels. Another van life reality for you. Here we are, sitting in McDonald's car park in rainy, miserable day, pilfering their Wi-Fi so we can download this video that you're currently watching. Next week, back on the van full-time in Sweden, of all places.
Looking forward to it.
We'll be speaking budget, how we budget for what we're doing. And I guess there's nothing left to say but catch you on the flip side.